Hello, hello, hello. This is the Philosopher King 2.0. Hey, so ever since I got started, I've been talking about currencies, especially in regards to like the Federal Reserve and that fiasco. Talked about silver quite a bit, but there has been some mention here and there about certain digital currencies. The only one that so far that I've actually endorsed is called Kinesis, which I really like. I need to do another video about it here sometime soon. Um, I like it because they found a way to tokenize actual physical gold and silver. And as someone who has always been a little bit skeptical about the not just I mean yeah cryptocurrencies, but even fiat too. I mean it's all nonsense. It's all made up, right? Um, which is one of the reasons why I don't necessarily object to crypto the way some people might expect me to. I feel about crypto the same way that I do about fiat. At any rate, Kinesis, check out my review of that sometime. And if you end up signing up for it, make sure you use my referral code. But over the last year, I have spent a little bit more time getting acquainted with the crypto universe. And it's been rocky in a lot of ways, and gotten scammed. Had some rug pulls happen on me, and I've done a couple videos about that more recently too. Well, today something astonishing happened. I mean, we really shouldn't be surprised, right? Uh this Trump has he's sold shoes, right? Like from the campaign trail, Trump sold shoes. He's sold other things too. In fact, an article I'll look at here said that he at one point was selling Bibles. So it's I guess what you could really say is it's a miracle that the guy hasn't tried selling a meme coin much sooner. But you have to admit the timing here is absolutely impeccable, right? I mean, um, right, and maybe that's what he was waiting for. Maybe this is why he didn't do it while he was campaigning. He wanted to wait until after he won, um, which kind of goes without saying, I guess. But then once you have won, uh, the 2 days before the inauguration is maybe the right time. Um, but there, something that's just crazy about this coin. If you look at Rug Checker here, I just I can't help but just laugh. I mean, look at this. So the last time I did this, um, I gave an example of one that looked good. I don't know if I have it handy, but like basically, I'm not going to dig up the video or the clip, but basically, um, if a coin is safe, it's not going to say danger. Okay, and where it says LP locked, it's not going to be red. Um, yeah, it's going to be all greens pretty much. And this is like nothing. There's nothing about this that says buy this coin. It's a safe coin. Um, and the details just get worse as you go. So before I get into this, let's just talk a little bit about um, some basics. Like one of the first questions that I had was this actually even really like Trump? Like it was posted to his account. I get that. I understand that, but on his Twitter account. But these things can be hacked or whatnot, and obviously anyone who could find a way to do that would be um, good to go. But um, I mean, by the time that they kicked him off, that person would have made millions for sure. So anyway, I did just a little bit of research here, just to verify. Okay, yeah, it's the real thing. So this is the AP, and I guess we'll trust the AP on this one. And you can read it along with me here. But there's a couple points in here that I think are important for us to understand as we evaluate this coin. First of all, like, is he going to rug pull? Is Trump going to do a rug pull? I'm just going to say that seems unlikely. It doesn't. I don't see why he has the incentive to do it. I think he's just having fun. But let's go on with this. Um, there was a sell off, which you can see if I'm looking at this right here, this section right there. There was a sell off, it fell sharply, and this says it's because um, there's a meme coin for Melania too. And if you look at the chart, you can see right where that happened, right in there. Okay, so yeah, so that was I didn't know at the time what was going on with that, so I'm glad that I was able to find a explanation. But I think this was a strategic error. I don't think maybe it won't matter in the long run. Um, but there's maybe Trump is thinking because there's like 10,000 Trump coins, right? And there's a lot of Melania coins too. So maybe this is his way of just sort of covering all the bases. Here's the official one. People, maybe he's tired of people making money off of his name. He's gonna make money off of his name and his wife's name. Nobody else will be able to as much. I don't know. I am a little bit interested to see what effect this will have on all the other Trump related coins that are out there, because the real thing has um, entered the chat, as they say, and the all the fake ones or the fun ones. I don't know if they're going to be able to compete. But we'll see. There was something else in here. What is this? Yeah, I don't believe in you, AP. Just go away. All right. Well, I'm not going to dwell on this, but critics said the meme coin could be a dangerous way for special interests, foreign governments to try and buy influence with the president. Scaramucci says anyone in the world can essentially deposit money into the bank account with a couple of clicks. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. So that seems just a little bit ignorant, but nonetheless, um, if we just do if we do some math, so from my point of view, forget about like the foreign influence angle. Like, my question is the coin legit? It's got all these warning signs. Should you still buy it despite the warning signs? That's what I'm concerned about. But we will at least take a moment to notice. If we go back to here, let's see here, the market cap. It's $10 billion. $10 billion market cap. It's maybe what 36 hours old at this point. That's I mean, come on. That's okay, but that's not why I'm here. The point is, he's got the people who made this have 80% of that value. If we go to back to the rug check here and we look at the top holders. Oh, let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Where did I see the top holders before? Where was that information? Here we go. Right down here. Maybe I have it cropped just a little bit so you can't quite see it. But this wallet address here has 80% of it. So in 36 hours, give or take, the owner of this wallet has managed to amass a fortune of 80% of 10 billion, so about $8 billion in 36 hours. That's pretty good work. That's a nice return. Now, of course, as soon as he were to try to, uh, this wallet, as soon as they tried to sell it, it would tank the price significantly. But you're only going to get like 3 billion out of it by the time you're done. And personally, I don't get out of bed for less than $4 billion, but I could see somebody being willing to walk away with $3 billion for 36 hours worth of work. Um, we're going to return to these holders here in a minute. Let's go back to the article. So, kind of the reason for that tangent is, yeah, there are, maybe they can't directly influence Trump in this way, but there certainly is a lot of money in play. So this now here's why I was interested in this for sure. This is the source of this paragraph. This is the one that we want here. Um, so CIC Digital, which is an affiliate of Trump, the Trump organization. So here we know it's legit. Then there's a trustworthy connection, and they explain that they've only released 200 million. But so if we trust them, they're saying that they're not going to keep that 80%. Right now, they have the 80%. Let's see. CIC Digital and another company collectively own 80%. So that's who these people are. And I don't know who this other company is yet. I didn't really try to dig into that and find out yet. But their goal is to slowly release this. I'm I'm not entirely sure why they held on to it. Like, um, well, okay, yeah, they have right. They have access to a ton of money. Um, uh, they'd have to go through the long process of getting it converted and everything, but you know, it is a pile of money a little bit. But still, most people, when they create a meme coin that they want to be taken seriously, they're going to put out 90% of the coins almost right away. They're going to hold 10, usually at most 20% of the coins for themselves. And that's supposed to give people the confidence to know that, they're not going to be rug pulled. Right now, our confidence that we're not going to be rug pulled is basically uh, just based on our trust and confidence that Trump is already so rich that that making $3 to $5 billion in 36 hours is like chump change. Like it's just like fun for him. It has like no mean, like the money means nothing. Like like he wipes his butt with $100 bills, and maybe he even found some $1,000 bills from decades ago to do it when he really needs to get extra clean. Um, I don't think the man really cares all that much about money this much these days. Um, so it really comes down to, do you have confidence that the Trump organization is going to hold true to this? And personally, I'm having trouble seeing what the motive would be. Like, how could he ever possibly be so poor that he would ruin his name and his reputation while president of the freaking United States? I mean, this almost like an inconceivable. Like, the man is president of the United States, and can we imagine a scenario? He's president of the United States. 2 years from now, he decides to just walk off with his $3 billion. He's gonna cash out. He's gonna dump all of his coins. He's gonna tank the price, and then he's gonna run away and hide in Russia or something. Putin's gonna welcome in. I mean, the man's already got. I mean, I don't know what his current net worth is, but he's already got billions of dollars. It's just does not. It's just not feasible. At any rate, um, if you're worried about buying this coin, I think, this paragraph here is the most important part. You could go to the reg check. We'll look at that again and look at all these danger signs. Danger, danger, danger. High ownership. Top 10 holders. I actually can't read that yet. Top 10, is it say? High ownership. LP locked, 2.5%. So, in other words, one of the ways people get rug pulled is, people drain the liquidity away from the coin. And so all the people who exchange their Solana or USDC or whatever for the coin, they lose that. And when I was looking at it, is, I mean, I just cannot understand like how they're getting away with this. You can see here, oops, that there is only in quotes, air quotes, 20 million, that is $20 million of locked LP, locked liquidity. That is astonishing. And then look at all this other stuff, right? All this, there's a lot of liquidity, but it's not locked. So theoretically, some people could walk away from this. I'm assuming that this 20 million, we could track this address right here, which I maybe I should have done a someone ought to do that. But I'm going to guess that this is this company back here, the CIC Digital, and then whatever these are. I think I saw that Coinbase has an interest. Where did I see that? Let's go back over here. Binance. Yeah. So Binance is backing it with, and so they hold it. I bet you they also have some liquidity because they wanted to get this going, with give it some legs, that kind of thing. But it's astonishing to me how little of the LP is locked. Like theoretically, they could just walk away with this overnight. My point is, without knowing who these people are, whoever this one is this, well, it doesn't say LP Mint. There's the address right there. I'm almost tempted to click on it and just start exploring it while I'm on the stream here. This is a lot of money that someone could walk off with. There's a lot of LP lockers. That's a little bit better, right? That's these people are going to be. So these are actual. This is actually locked LP. I think I might know the person who has this one right here. I think I know this. No, I can't possibly. Hey, what would be the odds? And then we get back down to the holders here. So, you got Binance that's connected to this. You've got Trump endorsing it right off of his channel. The AP is able to track down the source of it all. I don't think they're going to do a rug pull, and you take it with a grain of salt. To me, it would be the height of absurdity. Like this would be that kind of scenario would be like Elon Musk often talks about how we live in a simulation, and I don't believe we live in a simulation. But like people will say, and he will say, this is the best version of the universe, the best simulation. Um, like only in a simulation could this happen, and only in a simulation. I could almost believe it. I could be persuaded that we live in a simulation if 3 years from now, Trump decides to do a rug pull and move to Costa Rica or something, or no, Ecuador, because they don't have an extradition treaty either. Um, so it's the weirdest thing. Like I've never seen a coin flash these kinds of danger signs that nonetheless makes me feel confident that you're probably safe buying it. So did I buy it? Hell yeah, I bought it. I mean, the guy's got like the Midas touch. Like everything he touches turns to gold. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like yeah, we're living in a simulation. The whole person of Trump. You can hate the guy, if you want, but you got to admit, like if you're not just being all like stuffy and prissy and stuff, he is super entertaining. Like everything about him is entertaining, and he makes a pile of money wherever he goes. You ever hear like that story about how like if Bill Gates bends over to pick up a $20 bill, and the time that it took him to pick up that $20 bill, he lost money compared to what he would have been doing. If Trump bent down to pick up that $20 bill, it was suddenly like explode into this giant hotel where like all the homeless people are now in suits and stuff wearing their finest gear and helping people find their rooms. I mean, that seems to be Trump. And it'd be hilarious the whole time that he did it. Everyone would be like, wow, Trump, that was amazing how you did that. Like Trump could um, open up a porta potty business and and just overnight people would be buying his porta potties. I mean, it just doesn't matter what the guy does. He makes a fortune doing it. So I don't care what these danger signs say. Um, I'm a little bit concerned about this big number on the liquidity here. That's not locked. I think we should probably get to the bottom of that. Um, but right now, let's see, we got a market cap of 50 million according to this, and the total liquidity right now is 880 million. Wow. So even if this guy here, well, I don't know. No, so this must be the pool that everyone is buying into when they buy the coin. That's the only way that makes sense. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? I do have some people watching this right now. This has got to be not a person. This $731 million. This has got to be like the basic pool that everyone is dipping into when they're exchanging their Solana and whatnot for the coin. You guys can write that out if you think, because I just can't imagine it any other way. But these other ones, 30 million. My point in all this is even if someone walks off with $30 million or $14 million, um, you are still a far cry from taking out this 881 million. This coin will survive if someone walks off with $30 million by burning a liquidity pool. And so maybe there's some rogue Indian out there, that who I'm talking about, right? Some guy in one of these call centers. Maybe he's a Pakistani. He could be Ukrainian or Russian. I mean, I got to be fair about it. They maybe opened up the liquidity. They might be trying to run their own little rug pull. But the other side of this is that the thing to bear in mind, if you're weighing the risks of this, the other thing to bear in mind is if someone were going to try to uh, pull some shenanigans out of here, there would be an opportunity cost loss to this. So, right, we've gone up. You're looking at it here. Let's just zoom out so we can see where we've been here. So this is where it started, right over here. Saturday morning, I think, pretty early. There's one day, about 36 hours. After 36 hours now, it went up to $70. It's down to a paltry 61. Where is it going to be? The man has not even been inaugurated yet. What's it going to be? What's this coin going to be at tomorrow? This coin, like if someone did a rug pull now or anytime in the near future, that person themselves would be at risk of losing a ton of potential profit that would be left on the table. I can easily see this stupid coin. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just, as someone who has dabbled in some meme coin creations. It's a little annoying to see a coin flash these danger signs, doing so well, but then of course my name is not Trump. At any rate, 2 years from now, I mean, what do we think where'd it go? Could get to? Personally, I think we're going to be over $100 by the end of tomorrow, if not more. And I could, you can't really like predict how these things go. Like this is sort of a dangerous game to do so. But what I'm saying is, if Trump has a good presidency and he just keeps on winning, he just wins so much. He wins, and we get so tired of winning that we're like, so please stop the winning. We can't win anymore. It hurts, all this winning. Please stop the winning. And if that's like the whole next 4 years, this is like $1,000 coin, at least, right? And I don't see anyone really posting in comments about this and in contradiction. You probably know I'm right. That's why. It could even go over more than 1,000 if he's like wildly successful. So anyone who tries to walk off from this coin now, someone who tries to pull shenanigans now, they're losing a potential upside of millions of dollars, far more money than whatever millions they'd be making right now. It's worth it to just hold the coin and go. So now let me address another question. Like, so how much should you buy? And obviously this is when we talk about these things, when we talk about questions about like quote investing in crypto, um you're already you're already talking about like fantasy land. Come on. I mean, I know a lot of people are putting yes, thank you, AC13. That's where I was gonna go. I don't want to get any of the Bitcoiners mad because I know that they view it as a store of value, and they have a great compelling argument to make. Um, but a lot of these cryptos are not backed by anything, and that's actually why that is why in this channel, even though I've been so concerned about finding a cryptocurrency that's actually backed by something. That's why I like Kinesis. It's actually backed by actual physical gold, and it's why I like silver, because gold's just a little bit too much out of my reach for what I want to buy at a given time. But I can stack some silver. Um, but having said that, so it's really hard to say you pick any kind of a crypto as a actual investment. But I have to say that if you've got a couple $100 lying around, now is probably the time to put it in. But as in the comments, the AC13 says, only buy as much as you're willing to lose. So, if you're thinking you're going to go cash out your IRA and buy the Trump coin, that seems unwise to me. Because I guess, I mean, you do have to imagine a new scenario. Like I posited the hypothetical that what if Trump has a great administration? What if everything he touches continues to turn to gold, not just like in the commercial world, but in the political world? But what if they come in, they impeach the guy? What if there's some sort of great giant scandal? So like this coin now is linked to political events in a way that other coins might not be, right? So what happens to this coin if somebody takes him out, right? I mean, I don't know the answer to that question. I almost think that it probably goes up even more. It probably goes even like not just through the roof, but like through the roof, above the roof, under that scenario. But there's so much volatility and uncertainty that I would not risk a lot on this. I would do just what Trump says: have fun. right? Have fun. So I'll tell you how much I put in. I mean, roughly, I put in about $200 worth. I'm up a couple hundred. I am feeling pretty good about it. I'm glad to do that that much. And all I'm thinking is I'm gonna have fun with it. Now that doesn't mean that I would be opposed to it going to, you know, the Bitcoin levels. Wouldn't that be hilarious? What if the Trump? So I read today. It was Peter Schiff, I think. Here it is. I already got it. I still have it here. It took Bitcoin 8 years to reach a 72 billion market cap. Trump did it in 2 days. 2 days. Now, Schiff is trolling, right? He does not like Bitcoin. He does not like the cyber markets at all. Um, so he's making fun of the whole idea. I mean, I get that. Still, he's right. Trump has done in 36 hours, 2 days, what it took Bitcoin 8 years to do. Could we see? Could we see Trump hit $100,000 per quote coin? Wouldn't that be nuts? So I plan on having fun with this, and I'm gonna hold it for a long time. I mean, I can see people wanting to trade off the volatility on this. Let's go back to the chart. Um, just sort of looking at it with fresh eyes. How does it look from a if you wanted to do day trading on this? Yeah, I don't know. These swings are happening so in such short term. Of course, the chart's going to change over time as it settles down. This is going to go up though. It would not surprise me if it goes up to well over $1,000 if his administration continues to do well over the next year. That I don't think that makes it a quote investment vehicle. You're not gonna I would not convert your gold or silver into the Trump coin, but I would if you it depends on what you've got, right? For me, I was willing to put in $200, whatever. I just basically what I did was I just went out of through all my different wallets and said, gathered up my Solana and my USDC, the chump change that was all still left, and bought the Trump with it. And so basically, I didn't put anything into it really that wasn't already exposed to the cryptocurrency risk environment. If you've got a little bit more um, disposable income, you might want to put in some more. But you do need to remember. So this spike here, this apparently was when Trump announced the Melania coin, and for all we know, Trump is going to keep rolling out all these coins. Um, we're going to see the official JD Vance coin, for example, and just pick a member of the administration, and maybe they're already planning on issuing an official quote coin about this. Um, I have the feeling that that's going. If they do that, that's how they proceed. That's going to actually end up serving to weaken the position of this coin. Um, it's going to dilute the value in this because people are going to be instead of spending their money on more Trump coin, they're going to be spending the money on the other coins, but none of them are going to have the pizzazz as this one. Um, but it's possible that's not really Trump making the call. So if we go back to this article, which so far is probably one of the best that I've seen, kind of surveying everything. Um, Here it is. This paragraph here. The Trump family business recently released an ethics agreement that prohibits Trump from quote day-to-day decision making at the Trump organization. And remember, the coin was organized by CSC Digital, an affiliate of the Trump organization. So it might not actually be Trump that is making these decisions. So maybe if I had Trump in the room with me, I could say, "Hey, brother, you put out the Melania coin. I don't think you want to do a Vance coin. You don't need to be doing a Jared Kushner coin. Just stop, because you're gonna dilute the value of your own coin." But he might not be the one to talk to. These decisions might already be made by somebody else. And my point is that if that's the plan, if their plan is to continue to roll out all these official coins, then we can continue every time that it looks like the coin is going to get traction. That this line here, these lines happen all the time, right? Also, every time that they release some of that 80%, remember, since some of you weren't here at the beginning, they own 20% of the coin, and they plan on releasing it over the next 3 years. So eventually, right? Eventually, every time they dump this currency onto the more of the currency onto the market, that's gonna bring it down as well. So I'm not. I really am genuinely, like, if it was really just for fun, mainly just for fun, I don't know why wouldn't have just said, you know what, we're gonna put it out. We're gonna put 90% of the currency out into the wild. We're gonna renounce the contract, and it will that then we'll just have fun. They could keep their 10%, which is customary for meme coin creators and all. Or some keep more and all, but that's a reasonable number. No one's going to be shy away from that. um, so to me, that is another possible caution if you're thinking about, well, I want to invest in this, you know, because they could, every time that you seem to get a really good return on your investment, a good position, they might dump another um 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or $20 million on it, and suddenly it just dropped $40, and now you're underwater. So as an investment vehicle, I gotta say, don't think of it as an investment. You can't see me. I am just, my hands are saying, don't do it. Don't. Big X. Oh, my camera's over here. Big X. No, as an investment vehicle. Yes, to have fun. All right. There were just a couple of other things here that were worth mentioning here. So a top holder here, he is 80% Binance, 5%. These do the presence of Binance does add credibility to this. Um, Kraken, you know, doesn't have quite the same investment to it. But man, where was I looking at? I wanted to see about whether or not it should show whether or not the contract was renounced somewhere. Where was that? Because this rug check is not saying that now. Mint Authority. The last I was looking at something which said that they still possess the Mint Authority. Does anyone? We have some people watching. Does anyone recall seeing anything about that? Where did I see that? It looked like he still had. It was still mutable. There was still Mint Authority. Um, so they could make more anytime that they wanted. They could change the name of it anytime that they wanted. They could basically do anything that they wanted with this coin at any time. So even though, oh yeah, I'm with you. I think it's going to be go well over. It's going to at least hit over 100 tomorrow. I think there's no question about that. Um, I'm going to hold on to it. I want to see my $1,000. I want to see this go up against Bitcoin or die trying, because I just think that would be absolutely hilarious. Like to the whole concept, it just strikes me as a level of absurdity. Like it's the whole we're living in a simulation thing, which I don't believe. Just got to say that, but it could make you kind of believe it. Where did I see it about how they still had the ability to do everything with it? Well, I'm not gonna belabor it. Um, what I'm going to do actually now is I'm going to wrap it up. The bottom line, I've repeated it a few times. Trump has too much reputational. Um, uh, his reputation is too much at stake in this. He's not going to burn anyone. He's not going to let anyone burn anyone. There might be some people with some liquidity pools who might try to run away with it when it gets high, but there's also such an upside to this that anyone who does that risks losing um, access to that upside. Um, I wouldn't pay a whole lot of attention to this right here. I'd pay more attention to this right here because since we know the names and we know who they are, we know who's responsible. If anything did happen besides the reputational element, everyone's going to know exactly who to sue, right? And usually with a lot of these meme coins that are so anonymous, there's no idea. That does not exist here. We know who these people are. We can go after them. They're U.S. based. I would say if I had to put a watch the gamer dude as McGadlow, whatever his name. Okay, maybe I'll take a look at that. Of course, now that I looked at the chat, I forget what I was about to say. I was gonna say that I was just repeating. I was summarizing. That's what I'm doing. I'm summarizing. Um, if you put your money in, I think you're gonna have a good time with it. I think it's gonna go high. But I wouldn't bet the bank on it because you've got these things that are hanging out there. They can dump a lot more of the coin out onto the market. They can release more coins and dilute the value in that way. So there's a lot of ways if you turn this into an investment vehicle, you could get burned. Now I'm going to be watching this coin pretty closely. I thank the people who have watched me this far. I'm glad to have gotten some people, some viewers this time, and especially some chat. Usually people watch and they never say anything. And I'm just going to sort of restate one of my vision statement is, like I'm on a quest to find a way to be self-sufficient, and cryptocurrencies are definitely on the list of options for that. And so I am searching for um, digital assets that are backed by something physical. And I mentioned Kinesis, which is backed by gold. And there are some meme coins too. I've come across a couple of meme coins that have found some innovative ways to actually attach something of real value to them. They're not just a meme where everyone has a chuckle. Like they've tried to actually link it to something that has value. And those are the kinds of things that I'm looking for. So if those are the kinds of things that interest you, along with other things, please check them out. Hope that you will subscribe. Hope that you'll follow me on Twitter. Join my Telegram page. I just started it. It's not a page, right? Telegram channel. And then we can have a lot more fun together as we go. Thanks again for watching. I will now, that's all I'm going to say. I have 2 minutes. If anyone, well, does anyone have any questions or further comments? And then I'll respond to them. Otherwise, I'll wrap it up shortly after. And the countdown begins. We got about a minute here. No questions or anything. If somebody does find where it says that it's the coin is still mutable, I know I saw that information. If you post that in the comments, that would be appreciated. But maybe they will renounce the contract in the future. It seems unlikely, but it's possible. All right. Well, as I said, I'm not going to belabor it. Everyone's time is valuable. You give me your time this far. Hope that I've earned the subscription, and I hope I'll see you later. Y'all have a good night. See you the next time. Have a good one. Philosopher King 2.0 out. See you on X or Telegram or both. Adios.